I get emotional, so just bear with me. How can you say I'm disrespecting the red, white, and blue, while waves of injustice toward me you pursue? In a country where my color is considered a lack, explain to me what it's like to wake up and be black. To not be looked at as the same or as equal, to be at the bottom of this societal sequel, to be called them or they, as if I'm an invader, not part of this country, like some kind of traitor. Hasn't been that long since I got off a slave boat, since the Emancipation Proclamation into law it was wrote. To this land of the free and home of the brave, I contributed so much, yet in your eyes, still a slave. United States of America, how can you say you're united when I'm a part of you and me, you somehow disinvited? How dare you look at me with a smirk on your face, as if I'm considered nothing because of my race? Will you ever understand how hard I have to fight to be considered a man? Treat me with dignity. Don't push me down. Thinking you're on top and you wear a crown. Everywhere I turn, white privilege abounds. I'm beating loud drums, but you don't hear a sound. I am an American. My liberty, I will protect. As I take to one knee, I deserve some respect. Now that one, take a minute, y'all. Wow, that comes from the soul. And you know, nobody understands what we go through trying to make it in this world. I have to have conversations with my sons about how to act when the police stop you. Don't try to throw your, no, I wasn't, just, yes, sir. We have to have those conversations. Not every race has to have those conversations. I watched my neighbor's son, he had this truck and it had this real heavy tint on it. And he had been driving this truck for a long time. And I asked him one day, I said, have you ever been stopped because of your tint? He said, no, never. But my husband has. And he don't have dark tint like that. And they stopped him and he said, well, sir, you can check it with your, they have this thing they can check it. But here my neighbor's son been driving around for years with illegal tint. Never stopped. So yes, being black in today's society requires us to have conversations that we should not have to have, but we have to. So that poem really evokes something, and you know, then there's my spiritual side. Oh my God! As a child, a teenager, I was going to church with my friend Joanne Early, Camilla Early, the Earleys. They are a part of my family. They're a part of who I am. I guess I'm a Kojic Baptist. I don't know what you call me. But they were very instrumental in me experiencing God in a real spiritual way. And I went back to True Vine, and I remember I was singing a song, and I still remember the name of that song, He Gave Me Joy. And I got loose over that church, and it was at a time when the church was quiet. And Mama said, one thing about you, you'll cut up anywhere. You don't matter where you at. Because God had touched me. I could not contain him. I could not close him up. Listen, God touched me in such a way. His presence I felt. And I knew he was real, and I was seeking him with my whole heart. I may not have known how to do it or all the perfect ways to seek him, but I was trying, and he knew my heart. And he came and he sat inside of me, and he touched me. And once he touched me as a child, I never forgot him. Never forgot how to fast and pray. I learned that as a child about fasting. I learned that I could pray, but if I prayed and really wanted something and really needed God, and not wanting things, but just wanting him. If I fast and pray and push the plate away and seek him, lo, I find him. He never has hidden from me. Every juncture that I've gone through, every place that I've stopped, every crossroad, I've looked for him with anticipation and knowing that he would meet me there. Because I learned as a child that he was some kind of special. When I hit places in my life, I can remember a time when my mama said, "You need us to come up there? You need me and June to drive up there? You need us?" I said, "Mama, it's just got to be me and God. We got to work through this thing. I know you love me, but I knew if I had him, I could make it through whatever adversity." Did that mean that the adversity disappeared? No. It meant that he would help me walk through it as long as I held his hand. So, God, when you know him in that way, and I was reading a poem, and Diane was interviewing me, and she said, "You look like you got a little teary, but when I think about it, I get teary. When I talk about it, I'm moved because I'm passionate. I'm in love with him." Do you understand? I'm in love with God, a God that you can't see, a God that's so great that created this universe, a God that decided to live inside of me, a flawed, frail girl. I'm in love with him. So I want to read to you, God, you are too wonderful. On page 118 of the book, Sunday morning. And if you look at that picture, these are all family photos. That is my Auntie Dorothy, my grandfather James, and Annette Kemp.